are a statewide collaboration of faith community leaders and organizations formed to advocate for passage this year of comprehensive, just, and humane immigration reform.
To quote Bishop Thomas Wensky of Orlando, Florida, the so-called illegals are not so because they wish to defy the law, but because the law does not provide them with any channels to regularize their status in our country, which needs their labor. They are not breaking the law is breaking them. On behalf of the Diocese of Brooklyn and Queens, the most diverse diocese in our country, we strongly advocate for comprehensive immigration reform.
Powerful voice for justice. Please welcome Charles Rainbow.
But the truth of the matter is that when people live in the shadow of being arrested, can you imagine, no matter, Jacques, how bad our lives have been, that if your father can't go to work without knowing whether or not he's going to be arrested, where you don't know whether family's going to be held together, and if you're attacked by some lunatic, chances are you're not going to be arrested because of the bias and the prejudice that exists there. Because, take my word for it, being brown makes a difference with immigration. I mean, you don't have...
In Hindu religion it says, God is everywhere. In fact, God creates all beings just the same. The Atman is soul, or the soul is divine. And therefore, every single being, not just the human beings, every single being is divine. And so we have no right to mistreat anybody, anywhere in this world.
History, and more importantly, God, will ultimately measure the stature of the United States, not by the might of our military, but by the magnitude of our mercy. Not by our ability to engage in armed conflict, but by our ability to extend our hands in compassion.
I'm Rabbi Michael Feinberg, Executive Director of the Greater New York Labor Religion Coalition. In this Passover season of liberation and freedom, we pray, Divine One, we act in hope today in support of families torn apart by our country's immigration laws.
We ask for their restoration.
I'm Sunny Singh, community organizer at the Sikh Coalition. We're getting ready for Vaisakhi, which is the birth of Sikh identity in the Khalsa. So on that occasion we pray, gracious God, we ask for understanding and compassion among us for how difficult the road to citizenship is for those who have traveled far, risked much, and who are trying to survive as strangers in a strange land.